Well, good morning, YouTube. It's a cloudy day, but hey, the temperatures are warming up, so it's about, I don't know, it's about 11 degrees, I think, something like that. Still testing out the new exhaust on my CB650F, the CS Racing system. I'm liking it. I had to test between baffle in or baffle out, and I have decided it's baffle out. We'll get used to the a little extra volume without the baffle, because it has a nice clean, beautiful sound. I quite like the way the low end is smoothed out now. The snatchy throttle is pretty well gone. So this is the perfect day to test out the settings in the camera too. The DJI Action 4. I had it set at 0.7 increased exposure, and I felt that was just a little overexposed, but I wanted to compensate for the tendency to underexpose on a cloudy day like this, when maybe there's trees on either side or what have you, shaded areas. And so I've changed that setting though down to plus 0.3 exposure. So we'll see how that is. I think it should be maybe just about right. I've also tweaked the shutter speed range and the ISO range as well. Pretty misty day today. We have an election coming up here in Canada, and for quite a while now, it amazes me how easily people are manipulated. People don't critically think and research things. They just kind of read the news bites, and if it coincides with their view, and everyone's view seems to be so polarized these days, there's almost no middle ground, and because of that, it's pretty easy to manipulate how people are thinking. Man, this is one of the first days where it's hard to keep my visor from fogging up. It's a really moist day, I guess, Very misty. Still good to get out for a ride. I haven't ridden in a few days. It's been raining. And you never know, it could rain on me today. No one out swimming today. I guess soon enough that will happen. It's warming up quite a bit, so spring is here. Well, it'll be interesting to see how the exposure comes out on this dull, misty day. I got my visor cracked open to keep from getting fogged up. I got my earplugs in now. I put them in halfway through the ride. And I can hear the bike very nicely. The sound is perfect, and I'm protecting my hearing. So prior to this, with the stock system, if I had earplugs in, I couldn't hear the bike at all. I have custom-made earplugs. Went to an audiologist and had them do that. They work pretty good. The last year or two been a little bit challenging at times. I lost my brother. He's a bit older than me, and he had leg problems, and they amputated from the knee down one of his legs, and then they discovered after the fact that he had leukemia, and getting chemo, and then the chemo weakened him, and he got pneumonia and died of that. And now my sister, who's 2 years older than me, she is in hospital right now in pretty serious condition. They don't know what it is, but it's you get to a certain age and things come home to roost. Your lifestyle comes home to roost. My other sister, I talked with her on the phone this morning about my sister who is in the hospital, and she, I know, has had problems, and like serious stuff, heart attack, and lungs are terrible, COPD from smoking, and rheumatoid arthritis, and you name it. She's had hip replacement, and none of my siblings had what I would call optimal lifestyle as far as health goes. None of them had any kind of exercise. My brother, he did gardening, but my two sisters, they didn't really exercise ever, not at all. I guess I didn't see any point in it. When you're young, you feel healthy, you feel fit, you don't see the need. I just happened to like it. I enjoyed exercise ever since I was about 14, something like that. So to me, it's a pleasure, and I've kept it up. And then my past, it isn't coming home to roost. It isn't coming home to hit me in a bad way, right? I'm healthy, I'm fit. I still work out 5 days a week at boxing and strength work. And I just look at my siblings and, the two that are left, and I figure, man, like, if only you'd have seen the wisdom of it earlier in life. So, that's a message for all you younger folks out there. What you do now will visit you later, or what you don't do now will haunt you later. Keep fit, be healthy, eat smart, don't snack on junk, and get some exercise. Regular. That's it. Simple formula. It'll make you happier now, and it will ensure that you have a good life when you're older. Because that day will come, if you're lucky. If my voice sounds weird, I've got my visor cracked open again. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna say goodbye. So you guys, you take care, you ride safe, you have some fun, and I will catch you on another one, I hope.